Once, in a large monastery in China, around 500 monks practiced the path of self realization under the guidance of their Zen master. One day, a man came to the monastery eager to become a disciple. He approached the master and said, "Master, I want to understand myself. I want to know the truth." The master looked at him calmly and replied, "If you want to know the truth, you must dedicate your entire life to it. It could take a lifetime, and even then, there's no guarantee you will find it. Are you ready for that?" Without hesitation, the man said, "Master, I am ready. I won't turn back." The master nodded and said, "Good, then, here's what you will do. There are 500 monks here. Your job is to pound rice for them every day. From morning to night, just pound rice. When you are tired, sleep. When you wake up, start again. Don't think about anything else. Don't come to me. I will come to you when the time is right." The man accepted the task and began pounding rice day after day. At first, his mind was full of thoughts. As he worked, memories, desires, and worries filled his head. But over time, something began to change. With no new distractions, his thoughts started fading. Days turned into months, and months turned into years. After a few years, he forgot his name. He didn't talk to anyone or think about anything. He simply pounded rice, living in a peaceful, thoughtless state. Other monks in the monastery saw him as a fool. He never read scriptures or meditated in the traditional way, so they thought he was insignificant. 12 years passed. One day, the master announced, "My time is near. I must choose a successor to lead the monastery. Whoever has realized the truth should write a few lines about their understanding outside my room tonight." The monastery buzzed with excitement. Many disciples wanted to prove themselves. One of the chief disciples, known for his deep knowledge of Buddhist scriptures, wrote, "The mind is like a mirror. Dust of thoughts and desires covers it. Meditation is the act of clearing the dust. When the mirror is clear, one attains enlightenment." The master saw the lines in the morning and became furious. "Who wrote this nonsense?" he shouted. The chief disciple remained silent, embarrassed. Though his words seemed wise, they were only intellectual. They come from books, not experience. The monks were shocked. The incident became the talk of the monastery. Later that night, two monks passed by the man who had been pounding rice for 12 years. Hearing their conversation, he chuckled softly. Surprised, they asked, "Why are you laughing? What do you know about this?" The rice pounder replied, "The master is right. Those lines are meaningless." The monk, astonished, asked, "Can you write something better?" The rice pounder smiled and said, "I can't write. I am illiterate. But if you write what I say, I will tell you." They agreed together. They went to the master's room, and the rice pounder spoke. "The mind is an illusion. There is no mind, and there is no mirror. If the mind doesn't exist, where can dust settle? The one who realizes this knows the truth." The monk wrote his words on the wall and signed his name. When the master saw these lines, he immediately recognized the truth in them. That night, he went to the rice pounder, woke him up, and said, "You are enlightened. Take my stick. and robe, you will be my successor. But the master added, leave the monastery now, go far away. Many scholars here won't accept that a simple rice pounder has surpassed them. They might harm you out of jealousy. Wherever you go, people will find you. When a flower blossoms, its fragrance spreads everywhere. The rice pounder bowed to his master, touched his feet, and left quietly that night. In life, many believe meditation means sitting still with closed eyes, but true meditation is about being fully present in whatever you do. The rice pounder didn't sit in silence or read scriptures. He simply devoted himself to his task, losing all sense of himself, and in that he found enlightenment. Zen teaches us to live in the present moment. When thoughts disappear, the mind vanishes. What remains is your true self. You don't need complicated spiritual practices to discover your true nature. Just immerse yourself completely in what you are doing. When your work becomes your meditation, you will find peace. Thank you.